Okay, welcome you guys. Welcome to our Monday night team call. The first Monday of the month, Jen and I are going to co-lead the call, and it's funny. She and I talk every week about the team call and its content and what she feels like her team is dealing with or struggling with, and what I think that my team and my personally sponsored coaches are working through. And so we tend to try to get on the same page, and it's funny. We decided to do this call, and we independently came up with the same idea of what we wanted to talk to you guys about, just based on our interactions with you through the week. So we're going to talk about, I called the call endurance, and what we really mean is laying that pipeline, fighting the good fight, and really fighting off discouragement that is inevitably going to happen in the business, and that we all wrestle with. So we're both going to speak on that, and we haven't compared notes, so there might be redundancies in what she and I have to say on that topic, but that's okay. That just should mean to you guys that here are two top coaches that are reiterating the exact same thing to us. So I want to thank you. I always want to start by thanking you for being on, and I want to always say that I know how valuable you guys' time is. And it's an honor that you would take 30 minutes of your busy schedule to climb on. And I know many of you can't, and you listen to the recording. So thank you for being on live. Thank you for listening to the recording. And at the very end of this call, if we have a couple minutes, those of you that saw in Team Play Hard Lindsay's post about the social media page, we can just we can pick her brain about that. Because I had some questions for her, and I thought it would be easier if we could just ask her in real time as opposed to the Facebook thread. So stay on the line for that if you can. Also, one of our diamond coaches in Team Play Hard, Christina Mick, has like a power outage going on tonight, so she's not able to climb on. But in the future, she's going to spend the first couple minutes of each team call letting you guys know and reminding you and your new coaches or whoever's on what our monthly specials are. And diamond coaches get that information a little bit sooner. Kara's been awesome about posting that in Team Play Hard every month. So Christina's going to come on and just remind us of that every week. And I wanted to apologize to you guys for misspeaking last week about tonight being the business presentation. That was just my error and just losing track of where we were in the month. So I'm just you don't need to write this down, because I'm gonna make a graphic and I'm gonna post it in the files of Team Play Hard. And the leaders can share on their team pages as well. But just really quickly, the schedule is going to be the first Monday of every month, like this. Jen and I are gonna team lead a call together. The second Monday of every month will be the business opportunity presentation. So that's next Monday, the 11th. The third Monday of every single month is going to be the 5-day sneak peek, the Facebook sneak peek into what it is to be a coach. We address each day for 5 days. I think we have that dialed in so beautifully. We address everything from who makes a good coach to what the compensation plan is, to is it a pyramid scheme. We've got that down. We've got that down. And then the fourth Monday of every month will be the BOG. Some of you don't know what that means. That's the boots on the ground new coach training. So like Connie and Michael, I'll be trying to get you guys. You'll do that. That's the new coach training. So we all want to filter our new coaches into that. Unfortunately, you guys joined. Connie and Mike joined like right when we finished one. Brianna, you're a new coach, right? Brianna. So we should put you in that new the BOG, boots on the ground. We'll tag you. You don't even think about it right now. And then if there's a fifth Monday, hi Brian. If there's a fifth Monday in the month, we're gonna try to get a guest speaker on, or just do an interactive Q&A with you. Okay, so I'm going to turn it over to Jen. So I'm gonna mute myself, and she's gonna. I unmuted her, and she's going to do the first half of the call. Take it away.
Hi. Hi, everybody. Connie and Michael, I know Ellen says this all. Hi, you guys. I didn't get to meet you last time. You're ridiculously cute in your little screen together. Like, it's so cute. And the dog, is that a dog or a cat? It's like, it's too cute. All right. And hi, Brianna.
They have 8 dogs. They have 8 dogs.
8 dogs? Wow. Hi, Brian Saunders. Look at Brian Saunders. He's like guns out.
It's like Fuji.
Gosh. It's like serious. And Daniel Mayo, I get to be on a call with you. It's so exciting. I saw you in the little your Saturday, the clip that Ellen made of your guys' Super Saturday. And I thought your arms looked fabulous. So yeah, Ellen and I, we did talk about the team call, and she said, you know, we both had the same ideas before we even spoke, and it's really because we're Siamese twins that were separated at birth, and we speak telepathically throughout the day or something like that. So I always start the team call when I do it with a quote, and I would hate to break tradition. So the last time I led a team call, I talked about a little bit about comparison and how comparison is the death of all things. It is, I really believe that. And so I thought that to lead tonight's team call, if comparison is the death of all things, then consistency is the birth of everything. And Ellen and I hear a lot from our coaches, you know, why aren't I making more money? And why didn't I rank advance sooner? And why isn't this happening? And why isn't that happening? And it's a lot about the whys of what's not going on.
Hey, time out. Brianna and Katia are on. Hi, you guys. Great to have you. Carry on. Sorry, I just had to say hi to them.
Hi. So we focus a lot on what's not happening, and I feel like we don't focus enough on what is happening. And I think it's really important to take a time out and to, you know, reflect on where we started. And so some of you don't know, but I'm a huge basketball freak. Like in my house, basketball is 24/7. And I'm also a head strength and conditioning trainer for a youth basketball team, a high school team, and I have been for 6 years. And Brian's little boy plays basketball, and it's what we call the equivalent of like CYO basketball, and they're 5th graders. And so I always get the details of the basketball games. And so this weekend, and his 5th grade team plays up a level. They play to the 6th grade, which is always really challenging. But it makes me think how, you know, as the new coaches, we're always trying to play up a level, and we're always trying to rank advance, and we're always trying to be like the next level. And this weekend, Brian's 5th grade team played this tournament, and he told me this story how they were down 22-6 at one point, and he was telling them, you know, if you just stand there and you don't block out, you know, nothing's going to happen. You know, you just got to start chipping away. Just start making one basket at a time. And so it comes to halftime, and they cut that lead. They were down by, you know, at half they were only down by 11. And then they ended up winning by 8, which is amazing. They came from a loss they were down by 16. And for these little 5th graders to come up and win by 8 is like, that's crazy. And so it just started me thinking on how, you know, it's the same thing with coaching. You know, we have to start chipping away one basket at a time, and also to remember where we're starting from. You know, as coaches, where we are isn't where we're going to be. Just like Brian's basketball team, you know, you can change the game. And wanting to change the game and actually doing something are totally 2 different things. I think that it's really important, like we talked about last time, to take a look at what you're doing. Alan posted that graph in Team Play Hard this week. It wasn't a graph, it was a little picture. I printed it out. And it gave the example of Coach, Emerald, Ruby Diamond, and Star Diamond. Underneath each of those was things that were suggestions of what you could be doing. And I asked one of my coaches, I was like, okay, you're an Emerald, so underneath Emerald, you know, are you hosting challenge groups? And the answer was no. And there's a total of 5 things underneath Emerald to get you to Diamond. And my coach, who I was talking to, is doing 2 really well of the 5 things. So And that's fine, but you have to be realistic. Like, what are you doing? And if you take a look at what Ellen posted in the group, are you doing all of those things? Because once you start doing them on a regular basis, then that's when you start making more baskets and you start chipping away and you start getting ahead. You know, when we compare ourselves to, we listen to all these national wake-up calls where coaches are earning $1,000 a week, $2,000 a week. Ellen posted her earnings in our sneak peek, which I think is awesome because those are black and white figures that really help us and motivate us. But they can also seem like, oh my God, well, you know, like that basketball team, I'm 16 points behind. Well, it's great to make $2,000 a week, but I'm not even making $100 a week. But to look at where you are, and I would ask you guys, you know, if you're a coach, do you know how to get to Emerald? And when you're an Emerald, do you understand cycle bonus? Because that's really the key of it. And if you don't understand cycle bonus, I would encourage you, because I don't want to eat up this call explaining cycle bonus, but if you don't understand it, I would encourage you to talk to your upline or ask Ellen and I to really break it down, because cycle bonus can be really confusing. I mean, I'll ask Ellen and I'll call Brian. I'll be like, okay, so 1-to-2 ratio, and I'm still out of balance, and I'm trying to make as much money as possible. If you go into your previous office view, you can click on your commissions, and you can actually see where your earnings are coming from. And if you make a little simple plan of, okay, so cycle bonus starts for Emerald at $14 per cycle. Like, that's not a lot, right? But week 2, if you added 1 cycle a week, if you make that tiny goal, okay, so this week I cycled once, I made $14 extra. Okay, woohoo, right? Well, if I add 1 cycle a week and I make it a goal, so next week I'm going to add it so that I can cycle twice, so that's $28, and then it's $42. And then by the end of the month, I'm making 4 cycles a week, that's $56. You know, that breaks out to $130 a month. So then if you go halfway point, if you make it a goal just to add 1 more cycle a week, 1 more $14. At 6 weeks, you're making $336 extra a month. And I told that to one of my coaches, and she was like, that's a car payment. I mean, that's a car payment. That's realistic, but you have to start at $14. And if you haven't read The Compound Effect, I highly encourage you to read that book. It's all about, you know, how these little baby steps make a big difference. If you make it a goal to add 1 cycle a week, every week, in 12 weeks, you'll be at an additional, or by the end of the year, if you do it on a monthly basis and you even broaden that goal and slow it down a little bit, that's an extra $720 a month. It's just slowly chipping away, all at $14. And then, so that comes down to, you know, when you start as a coach, the goal is to pay for your Shakeology. And then you go from paying for your Shakeology to, okay, well, now my Shakeology is paid for. Now I want a rank advance. So now you're an Emerald. And then now you're an Emerald, are you hitting Success Club? And it's always like, you know, Amira hasn't been hitting Success Club, and the last 2 months she's hit 4. And her whole thing was, I can't get to 5, and she's so bummed out that she's only at 4. But she's at 4. For 4 months in a row, she didn't even hit Success Club. The fact that she hit 4, that means that she has, you know, for 2 months in a row, she's hit Success Club 4. That's 4 new customers in her pipeline. That's 4 new faces that she can introduce to the coaching opportunity. And that's 4 more people that she didn't have in her pipeline for 4 solid months. I mean, you have to acknowledge the baby steps. That's the point. And I talk to that to my coaches all the time. My coach used to say to me that winning creates winners, that you have to know how to win. And that sounds kind of redundant, but you have to know what it's like to close a sale to be able to close more sales. You have to know what it's like to run a challenge group and convert challengers to create coaches. You have to experience that. And, you know, winning begets winning. And you see it all the time. Coaches on a roll continue on a roll and they stick their head down in the sand and they focus. Like Beth Krasinski is a great example. She's not on this call tonight, but she decided to put her head down and just keep working, and she's almost a diamond. I mean, she's plowing away. And her business has been kind of quiet for some months, and she's doing an amazing job right now. So because she's on a roll and she's getting to feel like what it feels like to be on that roll, you know? But you have to start at the baby steps and acknowledge that you weren't there 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago or whatever it is, and that compound effect makes a big difference. Ellen has 350 plus people in Team Play Hard. She's been a coach for 3 years, though, or a little more. I have been a coach not quite a year, and I have almost 60 people in Team Inspired Fitness, so we're on a roll that by the end of the year, I'll be at 100 people. So I'm in line to follow Ellen's footsteps, but I'm not at 350. I'm not even close. And the concept of having 350 in my team page is like, when is that going to happen? But I had to start a team page. So Heather Aiello started a team page this week. I mean, the thing is to begin, you have to begin. You have to start somewhere. And that somewhere is one person, one customer, one Shakeology order at a time, knowing how to rank advance, knowing the cycle bonus, those things. And, I would just encourage you to make sure that, I'll leave you with this, that people know, and this seems really simple, but that people know you're a Beachbody coach. Like, how often, when's the last time you actually said, I'm a Beachbody coach? I don't remember the last time I did that. Like, I would ask you, Danielle, when's the last time you came out and said, I'm a Beachbody coach and I'm running a challenge group? Like, you know what I mean? Can you hear me? I don't ever say that. I never start my things with I'm a Beachbody coach. I just assume that the whole world knows, but they don't. And I was talking to one of my coaches and they were like, well, but I'm always having Shakeology and I'm always doing this and I hashtag Beachbody coach all the time. And I'm like, yeah, but we know that language, but the new face to your page doesn't know that. So I would encourage you to remind people, by the way, I'm a Beachbody coach. It's, people don't remember that. They associate you with what you do in your, your other life. And, because for most of us, this isn't our full-time job, they can forget that really easily, even though I can't imagine someone not knowing, but a lot of people don't know. And then what happens is they buy their order for someone else and you're like, are you kidding me? How could you do that? They're like, oh, well, I don't know. I didn't know. So just to take a look at your social media and remind people every once in a while and to go after those people. And if you haven't run a challenge group, to be running challenge groups. And to make sure that if you're comparing yourself, to compare someone else who's exactly in the same shoes as you, that they are in another job and that they just started coaching, and not to want to skip steps. Make sure that you're hitting every step. Ellen, did you have some thoughts?
Yes, but now I have 3 minutes to give them because I wanted to give Lindsay a couple minutes, but I'll just be as quick as I can. I had some points that, of course, piggyback off of that. I was asking my husband today, I was talking about this like old water pump, the kind that you have to like push down and push down and push down and push down and like nothing comes out. You keep working it and keep working it and keep working it and nothing comes out. And then finally a little trickle starts to happen. And then eventually like this big flow starts to come. And then you don't have to work as hard. But you can't stop, because if you were to stop, it would dry up again. I was like, honey, what do you call that? What is that? What is that water pump thing called? And he's like, a water pump. It's called a water pump. Anyway, I don't know what the name for it is. But the business is like that. And when I first started, I've often told you guys I worked my ass off the first month. Actually, I've worked my ass off from day one. And I look back and if I were to divvy up the hours I put in that first month to the $19 commission that I made at the end of that, I think it was at the end of my 5th week that I made $19. I'm sure I made like 10 cents an hour, and that I could have let that discourage me. I feel the barbs and the claws of discouragement, and I felt them along the way. But my response is, and I would encourage yours to be the same way, because you're going to be discouraged and you're going to feel like, I'm investing time, I'm investing money, and where's the return? And you know, I hear it from some of you who, and I'm so glad you tell me where you're at and where your head and your heart is at, but I hear it from some of you, and I heard it from one of my top coaches this week. I heard it from one of my diamond coaches this week. When's the money? When is it going to be more money? And you just have to keep going and keep going and keep going and keep pumping and put the blinders on and keep doing the thing. Keep doing the thing. And what I mean by doing the thing, I'm going to tell you what I do, what I've done, and what I haven't relented in. And some of these things you absolutely don't do as a new coach, and you don't do them as an emerald, and you don't do them as a ruby. Some of them, it takes time. And so don't be overwhelmed if you're a new coach and you hear all these things that I'm now doing. I certainly didn't start out doing all of these things. But I started out being a proof that the product works and drinking Shakeology every single day. That's one of our vital behaviors. I started out inviting and running challenge groups. I did that immediately. If you're brand new and you don't know what a challenge group is, you're going to start one with the BOG. The Boots on the Ground New Coach Training will help you do it. And I started with personal development. I read The Compound Effect, and it forever changed the way I go about my business, reading personal development. So that was the first steps. I also, soon after becoming a coach, there was a Super Saturday. That's a quarterly training. I've never missed one since. Have I always wanted to run one, do one? No, I don't think I've ever actually wanted to put the time and energy into putting the event together and run it. But I do, and it moves my business forward. The team cups, we have team cups, little team beach corporate challenges that'll come your way. If you're new, you're going to find out about them. We've got corporate challenges. I do them. Do I always want to? No, I don't think I've ever really wanted to do a team cup, but I do it. I do it. Summit. Well, that was a big stretch for me financially. I've never missed a summit. Running challenge groups. I've never not run a challenge group, you guys. Not since day one. When I started realizing that recognizing my team was important, I started doing recognition every Thursday. I've never forgotten it. I've never missed it. I've never not recognized my team on Thursday. By the way, I can't see all levels deep, so don't get your feelings hurt if I ever miss you. I can only see certain things on certain levels, but I recognize my team every single week. I listen to the National Wake Up Call every single week. Once I decided, which was only last September, that I needed to run a team call, I've never missed a team call. We've never said we're not doing it other than the holiday going into the new year. I check Faceline upline pages. I'm involved with a couple of leadership pages and Holly Heierman's team page, and I check those every single day for information I can give my team. So you guys need to be checking your Facebook page every single day. A couple teams. You know, those of you, you need to be giving back to the teams that give to you, the teams that nourish your business. You need to be giving back, posting, commenting, supporting in those teams. I check my Coach Online office 10 times a day. I mean, how often do you ever skip a day? I don't think I've ever skipped a day, even if I'm out of town. I don't think I've ever not, looked in my Coach Online office within an hour.
I keep a tab open.
Yeah, completely. And I freak out when it's down. Voxing. Once I discovered Vox, if you're not on Vox with me and you're one of my personally sponsored coaches and you care about the business, you need to download the free app Vox. It is the best way for me to communicate best with my leaders. Once I discovered that, it's something I do with the coaches that care about this business, that are on my team. I do it every day with them unless I know that their coach is doing it with them already. So I don't feel like, oh, I need to Vox Susie Knowlton because I know Fuji's doing that. I don't feel like I need to Vox Beth Kruzicki because I know Brian's talking to her, etc. I post on Facebook and Instagram. I use social media like it's a full-time job. I don't mean like 40 hours a week, but I mean every day I'm having a presence. Guess what? I found Jen Fuji on Instagram.
Is that crazy?
She has 60 people in her team. Let's take that up a notch. My upline, Kelly Amos, actually hold that thought. I'll come back to that in a minute. But what if I wouldn't have been consistent with that behavior? I would have missed it. I would have missed 60 people, adding 60 people.
We're like the Match.com of Beachbody.
We are. I've always had the goal of adding one coach a month and hitting Success Club every month. I've never wavered from those goals. Have I always hit them? No, but I strive for them with a vengeance every single
Ellen, I'm going to interrupt you. Amira just said to me tonight, just to take it down a notch, because Ellen's been a coach for so long. Amira, who's trying to work her way towards diamond, but is a relatively newish emerald, has a goal right now of getting one challenger a week. So Ellen's, it just evolves.
Yes. So each of these things, everything on that list, Super Saturday, listening to being a part of the team call like you are tonight, checking the Facebook upline page, everything I just listed, everything is like a swing of that pickaxe that I posted that graphic in Team Play Hard tonight about the person that gave up right before they hit the diamond mine. Did you see that? They turned around and they gave up with their shoulders down and they almost had it. And that's what some coaches do. And every single one of those behaviors I just said is a swing at the dirt towards the diamond. It's a pump of that water pump. And okay, now let me go back to what I was saying about finding Jen on Instagram. Imagine my upline, Kelly Amos. Imagine if she would have given up, because I know she's been discouraged just like we all have been. Imagine if she would have thrown in the towel. Well, she didn't, and she signed me up as a coach almost 3 years ago. I now have I have Jen Fuji's entire organization is under me. Mickey Baggio has a pretty big team, pretty close to diamond. Christy Mick, Daniel Mayo, Emily, Jen Embers, Brian. Look at all my Kara. They're adding massive teams that add to my volume. And Jen didn't want to talk to you guys about volume tonight. I do want to talk to you about volume tonight, and I have no time to do it. But all of those teams are producing volume. In other words, points. Because every single product has a point value associated with it. Every single product has a point value, and that's what volume is. It's just points. It's things that we're buying and things our customers are buying from us. And so all of that, imagine, just because Kelly Amos decided to talk to me, now she has all of you and everything you're doing. And that can happen in your business. If you're consistent, you can talk to someone someday. I mean, if I have 356 the last time I checked people in Team Play Hard. A lot of them are discount coaches, whatever. Kelly Amos signed up me. And she got 357 people within 3 years' time because of it. You can sign up one person, and they can do that. Lindsay's going to do that. Lindsay's going to develop a new organization. And that's under my business center. And so that's where the wealth comes. We talk about, and I don't want to overwhelm the new coaches, but I do want you to know that the long-term wealth opportunities with this company have to do with not how much stuff you sell, although of course our products are our vehicle into getting into people's lives and making a difference in people's lives. But the cultivation of a team, becoming a leader slowly, you don't have to know it all today. You're not going to know it all today. It's one step at a time, reaching up to your upline, to the diamonds in Team Play Hard, and asking them, what do I do next? What is my next step? I got my blinders on. I'm not going to give up. What do I do next? And in time, this volume will develop, and that's what you'll cycle off of. So if I have 5,000 volume points on my weak leg, and then some of you are like, I don't know what a weak leg is. I'll post a video. You can watch it 6 times. And after you've watched it 6 times, you'll understand it a little tiny bit. And if I have 5,000 points on my weak leg and I get $18 a cycle, that's 50 cycles. It's $900 in a cycle bonus every week. And that's nothing I sold. That's what my team is doing. So that's what gives me great incentive to be a better leader. And I know I want to continue to grow as a leader and be the best I can be for you guys. Okay, so the other thing is with consistency that you need to know is once you're Emerald, you get customer leads all the time. Sometimes they don't seem profitable. It's like they just got a free player membership and now they're your customer. You're like big whip. But in time, you develop this huge quantity of customers. So I have 500 customers.
Elle,
Yeah.
didn't they
Yeah.
change that? You don't get free leads as an Emerald coach anymore. You have to hit Success Club to get free leads.
They did up the ante on that.
You have to hit
Yeah.
Success Club 5, just to clarify.
Yeah, you have to get Success Club 5. Thank you.
It used to be Emerald, and they give them to you.
I'm getting leads.
I got 3 leads this week, you guys, and I just hit Success Club 5. Okay, that's not that impressive. But that's not impressive compared to Kara and the people that I'm going to raffle in my hat. I have a raffle. I'm going to raffle off a 3-day refresh. But I just hit Success Club 5. Just this week, I had 1 success lead and 2 customer leads. That's 3 new customers just this week. So anyway, I have over 500 customers now. What do you think is going to happen in July when Size is released? Do you think some of those customers are going to buy it? And what do you think about the new performance line is going to drop in July? Think some of my 500 customers might buy that and buy it on Home Direct. So it's the compound effect, and none of it happened overnight. A million times I could have quit before this started to, the water starts to come. A million times. So some of the business is unpredictable and fortuitous. So like, I don't know why I'm using Lindsay as an example again, but probably because she kind of came on with a vengeance to the team and started team building right away. And I've never met her, and she's a major force on the team. And so that's another example. I didn't meet Jen Fuji. I met her she found me on Instagram because of a hashtag, because I hashtagged bio. That's how I found her. And so some of this will be unpredictable and fortuitous. And you might be totally discouraged, and then one day you have a new coach and you have no idea what they're capable of. Danielle and I talked about, put your discount coaches. Fuji's mentioned it too in team calls recently. Make sure you don't discount the discount coaches. Put them all in the group. You never know when one of them is going to decide to make something of the business. So I think I'm going to wrap up with, when you look at those of you that have been coaching for a little while, when you look back at your weekly income, there are probably dips as there are in mine. Like, it'll go down a week and then it'll go up, and then it'll go down a week and then it'll go up, 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 down, up, up, down, down, up, down, But when I look back at the jagged edges of it, the trajectory is upward. If that's not happening, talk to your upline diamond or talk to me. Talk to your upline diamond about maybe why, because there should be peaks and valleys, but the trend should be an upward trajectory, even if it's slow with this business. If you're doing your vital behaviors, if you're doing your list of things to do. Are you doing everything on that list I just listed? If you're not a new coach. If you are a new coach, start with the 3 vital behaviors. Okay. I love the idea of putting blinders on, because it speaks to that idea of not comparing. Because you don't need to know what the coach next to you is doing. Besides, that's not always an indication. The speed in which someone builds an empire is not an indication of its stability. So it can be a dangerous thing to compare on that line as well. Okay, let's see. Man, I was fast. I did good, you guys. I think that's it. I'm going to post a graphic of our schedule so you guys know it. And that'll be in the files of Team Play Hard. I want to hand it over to Lindsay to talk about that page thing. And I want to do a quick, oh shoot, I just dropped, hold on. So April, it always takes a few days for the back office to update with Success Club. So I want to talk about April Success Club leaders. Kara had 13, Lindsay and Heather Aiello had 12, Jake had 11, and Corey, which is also Kara, had 10. So their names are in my hat twice for hitting Success Club 10. Judy, John, which is actually Jen Fuji, Bobby, Beth Kruzicki, Sheena Wilkinson, Jen, and Susie are all in here once for hitting Success Club 6, 7, and 8. So I'm going to give the winner a 3-day refresh. Doo-doo. Okay, ready? All right, ready? It's Heather Aiello. Heather, she's not on. I'm going to need her address again. So, Heather, you'll have to private message me your address. Okay, Lindsay, I would love for you to tell us about the Facebook page thing. I'm going to need a little help because I had identity crisis. If you guys heard that point, when I gave the social media thing, I talked about identity crisis. I had identity crisis in creating a Facebook page, so I've got like 4 of them. I have one for master training, and I have one that is my like fitnessy one, and it sucks, but I have so many followers on it, but it's horrible, and I hate my name, and I can't change my name. I don't like the name of it, and I've got like a Team Play Hard page. I have so many pages, so I don't know what to do about it. Okay, tell us what it is.
Well, that's how I have the followers that I do, just from when I had an Etsy shop. And I would participate in these group giveaways and basically use this widget called Rafflecopter. And you can, if you have a blog, you can post it on your blog. You can post it on your Facebook page on like a tab of the app. And basically people who enter, it logs them in with their Facebook account. And then it sets it up for a certain period of time. And we enter the prizes in. And then you give each entry a point value. And so you can say for 1 point, you like Lee's page. For 1 point, you like Ellen's page. For another point, if you want another point, you can tweet about the giveaway, and it'll give the tweet a link back to it. And so basically, it was just a way where I got all these people that they didn't find me on accident. It was because I participated in these giveaways. And so it's just kind of a fun thing to do, and just a way to branch out, I guess, besides your friends.
So what's the first thing that you do?
Well, the first thing is one of us, I would create the giveaway, but in order to participate, you need a business page. And so it doesn't matter what type of business page, but as people can like the page, that's what you need. And so I can enter the link in, and that's how people enter. And so they become followers on your page by entering the giveaway. And so that's what you need to start.
Okay, so, but how are you gonna get how we give you what to give away? Sorry, I'm so slow.
No, it's fine. You tell me what you want, and after the giveaway ends, it will tell me who wins. It chooses the prizes randomly, and then would ship the prize to the person. And so and then another thing that a lot of people did, which tons of people entered to win cold hard cash, was you might send me $5 or $10 in PayPal, and then one person wins that cash prize, and then I send all the money to the winner too.
Okay.
And so, but yeah, you could say, okay, I have a copy of Insanity to give away, or which is what Emily was talking about, or I want a shaker cup. And so we could just figure out a way where you could mail the prize to the winner.
Okay.
We could have it like just in America, or my Canadian, my 21-day fix challengers right now from Canada.
Yeah.
They found me because they used to buy headbands from my Etsy shop.
So we have to have a page. So Bobby needs to make a page. B,
yes, Bobby, do it.
You should, because Facebook is cracking down on a lot of activity on a personal page that's business related. So we do need to be filtering some of our business stuff through a page and not a personal account.
You just got to go for it. And when you start, not a lot of people are going to see your page. And so I mean, you can change this. You just
So,
gotta go
Lindsay,
for it.
So I can use my gym's Facebook page.
Yep. I'll enter in the URL for your Facebook page that you want people to like, because you can't do it with a friend profile. You have to do it with a business page. And so basically they enter by clicking the little button, and it will automatically make them like your page for one entry into the giveaway.
Oh,
And so A, we have a page. B, we give you the URL. C, we tell you what we want to enter into the giveaway. Those are our first steps.
Lindsay, how's the giveaway promoted?
Well, we'll all promote it on our personal pages. If you like, Christina has a blog. She can post it on her blog. Jen Embers has a blog. You can post it there. I'll give you the code to be able to explain to you how to put it on your Facebook page. If you go to mine, I was kind of testing it right now, but if you go to mine, you'll see that there's like a giveaway tab at the top. And so
Okay,
there's
here's
a
my
way to
question,
automatically add it.
Here's my question.
Yeah.
I know you have an explanation for it. If we're going to post it on our Facebook page, those people that see it are already our friends. So how do we get new likes?
Well,
Does it automatically show up on their page?
it'll show up on their page. Sometimes it depends on some other ways they enter, but we'll all be sharing the same exact thing. And so all of our friends will see it, and so your friends will see it. And basically everybody's friends or likers will all like each other's pages now. So if there's 10 of us in the giveaway, or 20 even, then I'm going to get at least 19 new people, not new people, but I mean, if one person came from each person's page, you get the followers from everybody's pages. So everybody's likers are going to like everybody's pages. So say I have 1,800 people who like my page. Say 100 of them, entered the giveaway. You each would have 100 new likers on your page.
But then we would also be potentially taking customers away from you.
Well, I mean, potentially, yeah, but why not share? I mean, whoever they connect with, or they could already be more. And
Wait, that was my concern too, is that if, like, let's say, then if it's 20 people that are connected with each of us, and they all like all of our pages, then we're all trying to sell Beachbody products to the same 20 people, right?
Well, yeah, but it is, I mean, I try not to just sell on my page, too.
Right.
I find that nobody likes those posts. I talk about real life and, eating healthy and things like that too. And so, I mean,
right.
I figure it's helping the team. I mean,
Right.
Sure.
It doesn't matter to me if, someone who originally liked my page likes Brian better. I mean, connects with Brian. That's cool,
And
they probably buy from me anyway. So.
It probably exposes, I mean, I'm guessing, I don't know that much about pages, but more likes equals, I mean, I don't know. I think more likes begets more likes.
Yeah, and pages, all the posts you post are public. And so say someone who likes my page likes a post or something, and it will show up to their friends saying, oh, so-and-so liked Likely Designs post,
Yeah.
It just exposes everything more, is how I look at it. And so it's just a way to build your following. I mean, how else are you going to build if you don't try to go beyond your friend list?
Yeah, I'll do it.
I agree.
Yeah. I'm totally in for it.
I mean, I've had a lot of success with, I mean, gosh, no, that is not true. I've not had a lot of success with my page. I have a lot of followers on my page, one of my pages, like almost 2,500.
But how did you get them?
I ran a bunch of ads, and it cost me a bunch of money, and I never saw that it was getting me any new customers. I got a ton of likes. I just was spending all this money on running ads. I never saw that I was getting new customers from it, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But that was different. That was the ad thing.
Well, I'm in, but I have to go. But I want to do it, Lindsay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in too. I'll do it. Why not?
Whatever you want to do. And I mean, I personally, the ones where there was a cash prize, people loved it and ate it up. And so if you wanted to do $5 or $10, I mean, still, if 10 of us did it and we each put in $5 and that person wins $50, they'd be stoked, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So that's I suggested that too. But yeah, I was thinking of a V&E or a shaker cup or, whatever you got laying around, my Shakeology bag. Hey, I'll give that
I
up.
have 2 things of Beachbody Monopoly.
There you go. Bodyopoly. There you go.
I'm gonna box you, Lindsay, so
Okay.
you can take me off my short bus and explain this to me better.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I totally don't get it. Literally, you just spoke a foreign language to me in the last 10 minutes.
I'm a little slow too. I just keep posting on that thread and keep telling us what to do. I'm in it. Why not?
I'll set it up. I mean, yeah, because I have the experience doing that. I mean, because that's what I did before, I got a 9 to 5 but now I do computer stuff all the time. So this is what I do all day long. So
All right, lead the way.
okay.
You be the quarterback.
I'll do it next time, I promise. I have a Pio waiting to be auctioned.
Killing me, Bobby. You got to do it.
know.
Go for it. You got to.
Why are you waiting? What are you waiting for?
Abs. I want abs like Lindsay.
Oh,
and
whatever.
that's my main
No.
photo.
You know what? I'm here all day. You could, what do you waiting is just like the worst word in the English vocabulary. Like, what are you going to wait for?
Bobby, Brian from Max 30. Do you know who that is? Brian Fay from Max 30.
I haven't seen Max 30 yet.
Okay,
Oh.
well, he has an incredible journey, and he talked about the other day how he shared this Beachbody coach's page, who she weighs 400 pounds, and she is inspiring people, and he was saying that a model body with a six-pack does not inspire him.
Exactly.
A woman like
Right.
this inspires him.
That's
Here's the thing.
Now, Lindsay just called you 400 pounds, but we'll ignore that for now.
No.
No,
Here's the
Have
thing.
you
Here's
seen
the
that
thing,
lady? The big 400-pound Beachbody coach?
though. My
She's
big
crazy.
market is
She's
the
doing-
gay market.
Max 30.
And the gays are drawn to abs.
The transformation is powerful.
Michael's face right now is like, what is happening to this team call? Like, seriously, it just went like,
We derailed. We got off.
hit the ground floor in like 30 seconds flat.
But I'm on Lindsay's side of this argument. You do not need a six-pack to be a great coach.
I totally agree, Bobby. I think that your waiting is like,
We all know why you're saying that.
You need to just go for
Brian?
it.
We all know why you're saying that.
Because I don't have one.
Exactly.
I'm still recording. That was mean.
Oh, we all
right.
love each other here.
I have a six-pack. You just
In the
can't always
fridge.
see it.
Oh, in the fridge?
Do you want to have an ab off,
Instagram.
No.
Saunders?
No, because when it
So
comes
should we
down
stop
to it,
recording?
little chicken butt. You know, Brian, you like to step in the kitchen, but then when it gets all hot, you're like, oh no, I actually didn't commit to the contest. Oh no, I didn't really commit. Just kidding.
Oh my gosh. Michael and Connie are going to think we're a freak.
I was just motivating you, Fuji.
Whatever.
Hey, listen, how was the body build? Did you guys know they judge figure competitions?
Oh.
Yeah, how was it?
Do
Unmute.
you?
Yeah, they do. How was it? You have to oh wait, let me unmute you.
Did we unrecord?
No,
Oh,
it's recording.
Okay, just checking.
we were judging the bodybuilding bikini figure show for the NPC in Oregon, and because of the screw up with the casino, they didn't expect as many competitors, but they still had 260, which is still huge.
What screw up?
Oh, their 3-year contract had expired, and the new marketing director automatically signed someone else up for that weekend, the third weekend in May, instead of calling them just to say, hey, and they had been doing it there for the past,
18 years.
no, it hasn't been 8.
Oh, wait. Oh, they've been doing it for you.
How long have you guys been? Is this at the Seven Feathers, like the big thing?
We do it there also, yeah.
We'll be judging that show also. Those two are the biggest shows in the state of Oregon. And they'll be the expediters over at the Cascadian in Bend.
So one of you should judge, and then one of you should have a Beachbody table on the outside of the competition. Like, now that is really conquering and fighting.
The problem is that we have friends who have booths there who sell
know.
supplements, and so we would be on.
Max Muscle.
They
and-
hook us up with free stuff all the time. They would hate us.
You know,
Would be their rivals.
it's okay.
It's okay.
It's all right.
We'll just slip people business cards as they're going out the door or something. Say, hey, we'll judge you higher next note.
Good thing we're not recording.
Yeah.
All recording.